Trump is right. A Pakistani mystery man has documents Wasserman Schultz didn't want prosecutors to see. A key, if undercovered, aspect of the Pakistani mystery man story is that Imran Awan, the Pakistani-born IT aide of former DNC head Debbie Wasserman Schultz, took a laptop with username Rep DWS after he was banned from the House computer network for unauthorized access to data, and then left it in a phone booth with a letter to prosecutors. On Friday, President Donald Trump tweeted, "Just heard the campaign was sued by the obstructionist Democrats. This can be good news in that we will now counter for the DNC server that they refuse to give to the FBI, the Debbie Wasserman Schultz servers and documents held by the Pakistani mystery man and Clinton emails." Trump appears to have accurately identified a key issue with the Pakistani mystery man that comes straight from court documents. Lawyers for Pakistani-born Imran Awan currently have a copy of the contents of a laptop with the username Rep DWS. Wasserman Schultz wanted to block prosecutors from seeing what was on it. Imran's lawyers have attempted to set up a situation where it is up to Imran whether prosecutors can see the laptop, claiming attorney-client privilege. Other analysts say the laptop should be fair game for review. Each twist has increased the intrigue. On February 2, 2017, Imran was banned from the House computer network for making unauthorized access to congressional data, according to the House Inspector General. This happened not long after Wasserman Schultz was fired from the DNC after a cyber breach, yet she refused to fire Imran or even put him on paid leave, claiming that an IT aide didn't need to access the internet to do his job. Wasserman Schultz's refusal to fire him meant he had continued physical access to the congressional office buildings, even though all of his other part-time employers fired him and he knew there was an ongoing criminal investigation. On April 5, 2017, despite not being allowed to connect to the House network, he was in possession of a laptop with the username Rep DWS and left it in a phone booth, where it was picked up by police who confiscated it because they recognized that it was left there by a criminal suspect. Let that sink in. A Pakistani IT aide, who had just been fired by all his other employers for being a suspected hacker, left a laptop with the username Rep DWS in a phone booth. The laptop was placed next to a letter to prosecutors. What it said is not publicly known. The cache of documents also included copies of Awan's ID, which assured that police tied the laptop to a criminal suspect and seized it as evidence rather than returning it as lost property, and a note that said attorney-client privilege, which put the laptop into legal limbo. It is not clear whether the laptop was left out of carelessness or was potentially stolen and possibly planted for police to find. It was left in the booth, photo to the right, with highly specific and sensitive materials. It may have been left there late at night. Building staff called police at 12:21 a.m. to report an unattended bag in the phone booth on the second floor. Imran's attorney said in court that it was snatched by police while he had stepped out of the phone booth to search for better reception. "What occurred is a backpack from my client was found. He was trying to get a better signal. There was a note that said attorney-client privilege and a hard drive." Gowan later offered the DCNF a seemingly conflicting account, saying in an email, "He wasn't there late at night. That is just false." The phone booth is in the Rayburn House office building. Wasserman Schultz's office is in Longworth, a different building. When that didn't work, she escalated, raising the prospect of rearranging the Capitol Police's entire board to prevent Rita from being a voting member, and lamented that not all of the board's members were subject to oversight by her committee. Questioning Rita's boss, Sergeant-at-Arms Paul Irving, she said, "We have had jurisdictional issues and a challenging time conducting oversight because of the structure of the Capitol Police Board and their there being a inaudible line rather than a direct line to us in terms of being able to hold the board accountable. I'd like to know, Sergeant, if you think that we should be looking at restructuring the way the board makes decisions so that we can establish a more direct line of accountability. At the end of the day, the chief doesn't have a decision-making role, Wasserman Schultz continued. She also used campaign funds to hire a lawyer to keep the laptop out of prosecutors' hands. And it wasn't just any lawyer, it was Bill Pittard, who until months prior had been working as acting general counsel of the House of Representatives, a position with responsibilities that include deciding what to turn over to the executive branch pursuant to legal activity. In August, after Imran's arrest at Dulles Airport, Wasserman Schultz changed her tune, saying, "This was not my laptop. I have never seen that laptop. I don't know what's on the laptop." She said it was Imran's laptop but purchased using taxpayer funds from her office. She said Imran's due process rights had inspired her demeanor during the Capitol Police exchange and the lengths to which she went to shield the laptop. She then said she was no longer seeking to block prosecutors from looking at the laptop.